Tonight on CTV News at 5.
I wish and I hope for a day where it becomes an easier conversation.
In her memory, a Nova Scotia woman remembers her late mother who was taken too soon.
Our annual Lego show brings out Lego enthusiasts from all around to see our great Lego city.
And Bricks by the Sea, the Museum of Natural History, hosts their annual Lego show.
To be able to walk on the floor and play is always a special feeling.
In the big leagues, 3 Maritimers earn a spot in professional lacrosse.
Clouds continue to roll in tonight, followed by rainy weather for the Maritimes Wednesday.
Live from the Maritimes News Center, this is CTV News at 5.
Good evening and welcome to CTV News at 5. I'm Maria Penopalis. Thanks for joining us. First at 5 tonight, ongoing issue. 50,000 women and girls worldwide were killed by their partner or close relative in 2024. That's 137 people every day. On this, the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women, CTV's Vanessa Wright talks with a family member who knows the impact and the loss too well. Hi, Vanessa.
Hi, Maria. Well, violence against women is sadly still common in Canada and around the world. Today, those directly or indirectly affected by it are advocating for more awareness.
Her life was so much more than just that day.
Tara Graham reflects on the passing of her mother, Brenda, who was killed by her domestic partner last year.
It's been a long year, losing my mom last year, but I'm really grateful for times and moments like this that keep the conversation going.
Her mother's story is one of thousands worldwide as violence against women remains an ongoing issue.
We saw that during the pandemic, it really spiked, and it unfortunately has stayed very elevated. 2/3 of Canadians say that they know a woman who has experienced some form of abuse. And that means that almost all of us know someone in our lives who has been impacted by violence.
A lot of that violence happens online. 1 in 5 women experience online harassment in Canada, and 44% of women and gender diverse people aged 16 to 30 are personally targeted by online hate speech.
And the concern that we have is that this will spill over into real life and into the physical space. And that's something that we can't afford to let happen.
Though there is work to do, local organizations say open conversations about the topic is a step in the right direction.
This was an issue that for a very long time lived in the shadows, that people didn't talk about. They didn't talk about in their homes. They didn't talk about in their families. At school and so on. And that is changing. And I think that is probably one of the most significant positive changes that I've seen in the last year or two is that we are talking about gender-based violence at a much higher level in a myriad of different places.
And while awareness is key, more support is also needed.
Better resources for service providers, better funding for service providers that provide gender-based violence services, and letting folks know what's out there that's available. There's the 211 All Gender Safety Helpline. There's the provincial helpline through Transition House Association of Nova Scotia.
On this International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women, Tara Graham remembers her mother's strength, knowing she wasn't defined by her experience.
Her life was so much more than that. And I just want people that are still alive, people that are still in those relationships to not think that that is the end, because it doesn't have to be the end.
And Maria, Tara says she was silent for years about her mother's situation and that she had seen signs of abuse, but like many people, wasn't sure how to intervene. She wants people to know that there are resources available for those who need it. Maria?
Oh, very good information. Thank you, Vanessa. CTV's Vanessa Wright for us this evening. And of course, we thank Tara for sharing her story this evening. All right, we're going to head over to the anchor desk now where Todd Battis is standing by with a look at the headlines.
Hi there, Maria. Some questions today for the CEO of Nova Scotia Power concerning power bills and that cybersecurity breach earlier in the year. Facing MLAs, the CEO offered an apology to customers. Peter Gregg also suggested Russia was involved in the hack. You'll hear from him at the top of our newscast. The province of New Brunswick has promised a new collaborative care clinic in St. Stephen and is spending $3.5 million to do it. But while the bigger space is certainly welcome, a location was absent from today's announcement. We'll tell you why in your newscast. And we got some sad news this afternoon. World champion curler Colleen Jones has died. She was 65 years old. Jones was diagnosed with cancer early in 2023. She won women's world titles in 2001, 2004. She was inducted into Canada's Sports Hall of Fame in 2016. And she spent many decades as a journalist at CBC in Halifax after beginning her broadcast career in this very building when we were ATV. We will have more on the remarkable life of Colleen Jones at 6 o'clock. We'll bring in meteorologist Kaylin Mitchell now, who, of course, worked with Colleen at our Friends and Competitors, and she'll be sorely missed.
Yeah, she was a real joy to work with in the office. She had the ability to bring up the energy level like that, and she loved the Maritimes and especially the Halifax and Dartmouth area. The first time I moved out to Halifax and Dartmouth, that was with Environment Canada at the time. She was the first of my coworkers on the phone, kind of filling me in about the city, things to do, places to look, where I was going to rent, that type of thing. So I really appreciated that. My condolences to Colleen's friends and family. Taking a look at temperatures across the Maritime region as we're now moving into the early evening hours. We're in the range right now of 2 to 8 degrees across New Brunswick. We're in around 4 or 5 degrees for most communities in Prince Edward Island, and in Nova Scotia right now, temperatures in the range of 3 to 9 degrees. Winds are starting to change direction. They're becoming southwest for Nova Scotia. They'll become that way as well for Prince Edward Island and parts of New Brunswick as we make our way through tonight. And that is going to start to move some milder air up the eastern seaboard of the United States, bump up temperatures a little bit for many parts of the region, not quite all, but many parts of the region in the forecast for Wednesday. That, of course, as some rain moves in. Over on radar and satellite, we'll continue to see cloud cover increasing across the Maritimes as we head through this evening and tonight. The rain that we're expecting right now is making its way up the eastern seaboard of the U.S., just coming through areas like New York, Washington. It'll be headed up towards Boston and Massachusetts. And then after that, as we get into the early morning hours of tomorrow, it'll be arriving into southwestern areas of New Brunswick and Nova Scotia, but developing quickly across the remainder of the Maritimes as we move through Wednesday morning into Wednesday afternoon. It is part of the same weather system. It's a broad, sprawling area of low pressure that is bringing in a significant snow event to parts of northern Ontario, where they have some winter storm warnings in effect north of Lake Superior, calling for some snowfall totals anywhere between 30 and 60 centimeters of snow. But again, for us here in the Maritimes, looks like it's just going to be some rain and some milder temperatures. I'll have more in the forecast when I'm back a little bit later on. Maria.
Thank you, Kaylin. Time for our first break here on CTV News at 5. Still ahead, we'll announce the winners of the New Brunswick Hospital Home Lottery. And a little later, we put this story together for you.
Hi, I'm Jeff Gray, manager of the Museum of Natural History, and tonight we'll be showing you Bricks by the Sea, our Lego exhibit here at the Museum of Natural History.
Hi, it's Katie Kelly. The 62nd annual Christmas Daddies Telethon is happening December 6th on CTV. We're wrapping the studio in sparkle, smiles, and holiday cheer, helping Maritime children since 1964. You don't want to miss this celebration.
69.
Welcome back. It is a big day for some lucky winners who purchased tickets in the New Brunswick Hospital Home Lottery. Move Radio's Sarah Betts is standing by with Foundation President and CEO Shannon Hunter, ready to announce the winners.
This is the moment we've been waiting for. We're back at the Grand Prize Show Home here in Quispamsis, and this has all been supporting the New Brunswick Hospital Home Lottery, your support of healthcare in New Brunswick. We're back, Shannon.
I know it's an exciting day. We have our 3 winners that we're announcing today.
All right, let's get into it.
I agree. So the first prize that we're announcing today is our cash calendar winner. This will be on December 1st, and it's $50,000.
Wow.
Oh, tricky envelope. Okay, so the cash calendar winner for December 1st, ticket number is 8003-4477. Name is Mohan Singh, and from the city of Moncton.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
One winner down into the next one, and this is for the 50-50.
It is for the 50-50, and this has been the biggest jackpot to date. It was just under 1.2 million, so that means the prize is just over $580,000.
Incredible.
Pretty amazing right around the holiday season. So the winner of the 50-50 for $580,000 and a little bit of change. Ticket number is 50299071. Name Gordon F. Burt from the city of Fredericton.
Congratulations, Gordon! On to this big one. Here we are at the show home after all.
The biggest one, yes. $1.4 million grand prize show home built by Martel Custom Homes, plus $50,000 cash.
Wow.
We always forget about that.
Incredible.
40 Heritage Way. And the 2025 grand prize show home winner, ticket number is 10059461. Name is Edward Little, and from the city of St. John.
Amazing, Edward. What a prize. And of course, still supporting the New Brunswick Hospital Home Lottery, healthcare in New Brunswick, and these prizes are not just it.
No, there will be over 500 prizes that are listed on December 3rd on the New Brunswick Hospital Home Lottery website.
Amazing. Keep it going. Thanks, Shannon.
Thank you.
And thank you, ladies, and congratulations to the winners. Wow, big prizes.
Sure were. We love our 50-50s here in the Maritimes.
Oh, we sure do. Over $500,000.
Incredible.
Wow, outstanding. A nice day today.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Okay.
A little chilly out there when the wind picked up a bit, and we had some cloud cover that was increasing as well, and that's going to be followed up by some rain. Of course, the ice is ready to go at the oval outside the Avenir Center, so not fantastic timing for the arrival of that rain, but I'll talk more about it after the break.
Dealer for details.
Welcome back. CTV and the Snowmobilers Association of Nova Scotia want to send you on an outdoor adventure. A certified guide will lead one lucky viewer and a guest through the Cape Breton Highlands snow-covered trails. We're also throwing in all equipment, clothing, and training, plus accommodations, spending money, swag, and more. To enter, go to ctvatlantic.ca or scan the QR code on your screen right now. You can enter once per day until Saturday at 5 p.m. and we'll announce the winner on December 5th. Good luck, everybody. Not a lot of snow on the ground quite yet, Kaylin, but I will tell you a sign of winter that I've noticed the last few days. My hair's starting to get a little staticky.
Well, I mean, hopefully that means that eventually we'll get some snow showing up to help out things like the snowmobilers. Kind of striking out right now. We have the Oval opening up in Moncton, and it's snowmobile contest, and all I'm going to be talking about here is some rain.
Yeah.
Coming up on Wednesday. Taking a look outside at the harbor in Sambro, Nova Scotia earlier today, we see that cloud cover rolling in. It was a little bit chilly as the wind started to pick up a little bit, though the wind direction being out of the southwest will result in some milder temperatures for parts of the Maritimes over the next couple of days. That milder air, of course, not in place yet. Taking a look at our weather systems map, air pressure is still towards the higher side, sitting around 1,020 millibars in the Maritimes, but it is going to be falling at the approach of this weather front that's being pushed towards the eastern seaboard of the United States off of a low pressure system that's going to be bringing a tremendous amount of snow to areas north of Lake Superior and then towards western areas of Quebec. There's some winter storm warnings in effect for parts of northern Ontario, calling for as much snow as between 20 and 60 centimeters, accompanied by some gusty winds. There are some concerns about hazardous travel conditions, including along parts of the Trans-Canada highways through that part of northern Ontario Wednesday into Thursday because of the snow and the gusty winds. Taking a look at things on radar at the moment, nothing showing up, but we will continue to see cloud cover increase for the Maritimes as we head through this evening and tonight. Temperatures will be chilliest tonight through the first part of the night, maybe all the way up till around midnight. And then in some cases, temperatures will start to rise by a few degrees before sunrise tomorrow morning. At the same time, though, we have that rain moving in. Now, the rain is accompanied at least early Wednesday morning by a risk of some freezing rain in areas of New Brunswick, Fredericton, and then I would say south towards the St. John area, maybe not quite to the coastline of the Bay of Fundy, but that southern central area of New Brunswick, a little bit of risk of some light freezing rain very early in the day. That will then turn over to rain. At the same time, rain will be developing across Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island from the morning into the afternoon. This rain's coming in about 2 rounds. The first round is basically coming in and across the Maritimes through the day on Wednesday. There's a little bit of a break in behind it where there might be some patchy fog and drizzle. And then a second round of some rain is expected to be moving in and across the region later Wednesday night into very early Thursday morning. And that's followed up by a chance of some scattered showers through the remainder of the day on Thursday. We're looking at general rainfall amounts out of this weather system, mostly between around 10 and 30 millimeters, so it might be a little bit lower than that for northern areas of New Brunswick. Winds in the forecast for tomorrow, a bit variable in direction around the Maritimes, becoming south and southwest for Prince Edward Island, Nova Scotia. In New Brunswick, though, east and northeast. Most of the winds will be sustained between 10 and 20 kilometers per hour, with a few gusts up between 20 and 50. Low temperatures in the forecast for tonight in New Brunswick will still be falling into a range of around -3 to 0 for most of the province around the Bay of Fundy coastline. There between 1 and 6 degrees. Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island for tonight. A lot of low temperatures down around the low single digits. Same thing goes for eastern areas of Nova Scotia. The little bit milder with temperatures actually coming up. For western areas of Nova Scotia, rising into a range around 5 to 8 degrees. Taking a look at the forecast for Wednesday. High temperatures tomorrow between 3 and 5 degrees for northern areas of New Brunswick, but with central and southern parts of the province with high temperatures between 6 and 11. Up to around the high single digits late in the day tomorrow for Prince Edward Island, and for Nova Scotia, a lot of the high temperatures between 8 and 13 degrees. Thursday's temperatures as well will be on the milder side around the Maritimes, and then conditions turn cool and then chilly as we move through Friday and into the upcoming weekend. Let's take a look at our weather watcher for tonight. And tonight's weather watcher is coming in from 10-year-old Christy. And Christy has sent us a drawing of an ice dragon named Snowy enjoying a candy cane while relaxing near the Christmas tree. Thank you, Christy. This is a great time to get some Weather Watcher submissions in. They can come into CTV Weather Watchers, P.O. Box 1653, Halifax, Nova Scotia, B3J2Z4, or email kaylin.mitchell@bellmedia.ca. And like Maria sent in there, or like Christy sent in there, Maria, would love to get some holiday and some winter scene drawings. That'd be fantastic.
Excellent. There you go. Thank you, Kaylin. All right, so the Museum of Natural History hosts their holiday Lego show once again, from local mascots to talking Christmas trees. CTV's Paul DeWitt gives us a look at Bricks by the Sea.
Welcome to the Museum of Natural History. We're excited to have Bricks by the Sea back here at the museum this year for the holiday season. Once again, our annual Lego show brings out Lego enthusiasts from all around to see our great Lego city. Lots for people to see and explore here at the museum. Every year is different. We try to change the exhibit every year. There are many things that people will see that they've seen every year, but every year there are new things, a new layout, and new Lego sets to explore. There's lots of things that people will see. People who know Halifax will see the museum itself is built into the exhibit this year. Woody the talking Christmas tree makes an appearance. And there's lots of little Lego sets and things from pop culture that people will reference in the exhibit as well. So when people come into the exhibit, there's a chance to do multiple scavenger hunts, some that are easy, some that are very difficult. There's also building tables where children of all ages can build Lego sets, families can build together. So the activities really are based on all age groups, and really we want people to come as a family, spend time together, and play and explore the museum together. The exhibit is on now and stays on view until Saturday, January 3rd. So there's still lots of time over the holidays to see the exhibit as well. And it is a great time to see the museum when people are home for the holidays, come out as a holiday event. And really, it's a great chance to see both this exhibit and the rest of the museum as well. You can see all of our holiday hours on our website, but it is a great chance to come and check out our other exhibits, have a holiday visit with Gus, and really just see your museum over the holidays as well.
So much detail. Amazing. And again, that exhibit is on until January 3rd, I believe. All right, here's a preview of our final story of the evening.
I'm Jonathan McInnes. The Halifax Thunderbirds are about to embark on another season in the National Lacrosse League. The team's popularity has played a major role in the development of the sport in our area. We'll have more on the Thunderbirds effect later on CTV News at 5.
Mornings with Aaron and Peter. Another episode of Why is Peter So Cheap? This time with his toilet seat tomorrow at 6.
We give away $500 tomorrow. $20K holiday first bonus prize.
Welcome back. So the Halifax Thunderbirds have made quite an impression on the city and the region in the short time they've been here. CTV's Jonathan McGinnis tonight takes a look at the growth of the sport and the local athletes who are finding success in the Pro League.
Year 6 for the Halifax Thunderbirds is just around the corner, and fans are ready. Some Nova Scotians are getting ready for the season in a different way. Leo McGraw is one of 2 players from the province who will be on a National Lacrosse League regular season roster.
It's an honor. Honestly, it's something I'm really excited about and really proud of. Something I've been working for a long time. This was a dream of mine since I was a little kid.
The other is Philadelphia Wings defender Alex Pace.
And there's his score.
Coming home to play is always a big deal.
For me, it's always special because, I have lots of family and friends, and I grew up going to Moosehead games there, so to be able to walk on the floor and play is always a special feeling.
The sport has grown about 20% year over year in Nova Scotia since the pandemic. Part of that growth has been the excitement of having a pro team in the region.
I remember the first couple games, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, and now it's hard to even get a seat in the arena.
That popularity can be attributed to the product on the floor and the team's presence in the community.
So we have our Thunderbirds, our Sticks for Kids program, where we go into schools and we kind of teach lacrosse for the first time for people who maybe have never seen it before.
There is one person who has graduated from T-Bird fan to player. 20-year-old goaltender Ashton Brown has made the team's practice roster for the second time.
As soon as the Thunderbirds came in to Halifax, it really brought to my mind that that there was more to go with lacrosse than just playing around here, and that there's future opportunities in lacrosse.
Brown says it's only a matter of time before more local young players are also finding success at a higher level. Jonathan McGinnis, CTV News, Halifax.
Thank you, Jonathan, and congrats to all of those young players who are making a name for themselves in the sport. I have to say, yes, obviously the Thunderbirds have made us more excited to watch, but also I'm hearing about so many younger people joining the sport and playing the sport these days.
Well, I mean, I guess that's what the idea is.
Yeah.
If you've been to the games are a blast. They got music just pumping through. They keep the atmosphere really energetic all the way through. I'm sure I'll be getting out to a few in the upcoming season.
And it's an indoor sport, which is nice in the wintertime and when it's raining, huh?
That's true.
Yeah.
Which, of course, I have more to talk about coming up CTV News at 6, recapping the rain, and then what's coming up in behind it as we head towards the weekend.
We'll see you at 6. I'll see you tomorrow. The national news is next.